Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So today's video, we're going to talk about probably Third World War on the horizon. If not Third World War, at the very least, war between NATO and Russia. Now, a couple weeks ago, Russia blew up a satellite that was in orbit. Not sure if it was theirs, but it was supposedly a test of their anti-satellite missile system. They're able to take satellites, I guess, out of commission. That means blow them up. So last week they blew one up, and it was close to their own Russian space station, forcing the cosmonauts to leave the space station because of debris that also came up from them shooting this out. So the cosmonauts had to go to the US space station, if I'm not mistaken, and also SpaceX, right? So they had to bail out. Why would you do something so close to the Russian cosmonauts? Because the obvious reasons, they don't give a shit, right? And so if they don't even give a shit about their own, and they're threatening to shoot NATO's satellites or GPS satellites out of orbit, that is a sign of war, guys. That is a sign of someone making a threat of war. Now, NATO is probably not one of the better organizations out there, but nonetheless, if they're threatening to shoot down their GPS satellites, what's next with ours? I mean, what's next? Ours, right? It's the only other option after you beat up on, the small fucking redheaded stepchild, NATO, and then you turn around and go, well, let's focus on the big dogs, the United States, right? Or even then, not that they would, but they could turn around on China and do the same thing to their satellites. If you're threatening to blow their GPS satellites out of the sky, you're threatening to sever communication. The first sign of war or an act of war is severing communication of any kind. Now, back, whenever war started, whether it was Civil War or the Second World War, communication was always affected. And that is an effective way to cut your enemy off from getting reinforcement, was sever communications. They did it a lot in Vietnam as well. So, guys, Russia looks like they're gearing up for some shit. And the problem is the Russian government made a direct threat to NATO. So it wasn't sort of like, we got this system so we could shoot NATO missiles out of the sky, hypothetically speaking. No, they made a direct threat to NATO, saying they would shoot 32 of their GPS satellites out of orbit. Now with that, guys, that creates a lot of debris in the sky, and some of that debris can't come back down onto us. Though this is the big ass planet, and it's not flat, it can absolutely come back down on us and create some kind of fucking mayhem. Who knows, right? But nonetheless, guys, this debris now that's floating in space, that was one satellite, and it was a test, and I'm pretty sure it was theirs, and I'm pretty sure it was one of their probably decommissioned satellites. They, like I said, just testing it. This is where this gets really interesting now, because this is lining up for a Third World War. Because it's only a matter of time, guys, before they set their sights on us. Now, Russia has their sights set on us for a while now, since probably for a long ass time. I can't even tell you how far back Russia's been eyeing us, and they're getting more brazen. Their balls are getting bigger. So now they're doing these flybys across, by Alaska. But now when we did it with theirs, they were threatening, the United States is coming too close to our no-fly zone, and something needs to be done. Meanwhile, just keep in mind, they were doing this shit with their submarines, their boats crossing over into American waters, or coming close to American waters, or coming close to American airspace. In some cases, crossing into our airspace. They're looking for a fight, guys. They're looking for a reason. Last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, they were complaining about one of our planes being too close to their airspace. So now they're complaining about it being too close to airspace, and they're saying something needs to be done about it. They're looking for a fight. This all sounds like war. This is the thing we don't need right now with everything else going on. We got, like I said, an economy that looks like it's on the decline, which will probably enter into a slow depression, like I said before. We have this pandemic that just won't go away because they keep coming up with new variants. And then we got fucking Russia and every other country trying to attack the smaller little countries and our ally countries, throwing indirect threats towards us, throwing direct threats towards NATO. This sounds like war, guys. All of this. Now, when's it going to pop off? Who the fuck knows? It could be next year. It could be 5 years from now. I know it's going to be soon. It's not going to be 10 years or 20 or 30 years from now. It's going to be fairly soon. So, if and when that happens, guys, this is going to be a different kind of war. This is not going to be one of those wars where you rally the troops and you send them overseas. This shit could be here. They could be launching missiles here. They could be launching EMPs, nukes. We don't fucking know what anybody's going to do anymore because everybody's so fucking volatile. The United States, Russia, China, Iran, Iraq, all of it. It's all fucking volatile. Then you got the terrorists who are sitting in the wind waiting for some shit to happen. So we don't know what the hell's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to go down. So unfortunately, guys, people also saying there's going to be cyber wars. There's that as well. We're contending with that bullshit too. So there's so many different angles right now. Before electronics, before all of this shit, guys, it was straight up and down war. Oh yeah, and we send our troops where we had to send them to, and we went to war. Now we just don't know how or where it's going to come. It could be a biological attack for all we know. So guys, again, all of this sounding like war. The point to this video is stay abreast of what's going on. Keep your ears open, start reading any articles, start connecting dots, just be aware. And again, one thing that we should always be doing for this community is continue to prep. Because with the economy dropping, guys, if that shit bottoms out, we're screwed. We're screwed for a while. The bounce back from that is going to take almost probably 30, 40 years to bounce back from the next depression that happens in this day and age. That's what I'm a little more concerned with than I am with war. I mean, if war happens, we'll handle it. We'll adapt to whatever it is. But the economy collapsing, that's another ball game altogether. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can like and subscribe to the Angry Lensman channel. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching.